Wealth cannot be generated in UK if you are working in your job, right? If you have a business, that's a different story. But if you're working in a job, wealth cannot be generated despite you earning 100k, 150k, 200k, 300k. The wealth cannot generate because eventually 50 to 60% of the income, additional income, goes away in taxes. Hello, hi, and welcome to another video on my channel. This is me, Prem Kumar, your host and aapka dost. This video is about life in the UK and why people are moving away from UK. You know, there are a lot of people coming in the UK every year, every month. But at the same time, a lot of high-paying professionals are actually moving out of UK every single month, and that trend is happening since last 10 years. One of the ideal and high-paying location people move from UK is probably Dubai. And it's not only people like us, like immigrants coming to UK, getting a passport and going to Dubai. No, it's actually local Brits are also going to Dubai for the better life. So there are a lot of reasons behind that. But before that, I'll give you some stats of what's actually going on. And then we'll talk about a lot of factors in the mind as what's going on, why people are moving from UK being a great country to Dubai or other places, and what's going on. But let's focus on stats first. So my research numbers are a bit old, but to give you context, the people who have been to Dubai from UK as Brits have doubled from 2010 to 2024, literally doubled from that. And that trend keeps increasing every year. If I give you numbers from 2021, 30,000 people moved from UK to Dubai, and then in 2022, 35, 2023, 40. And of course, a lot more trend has happened in the last 2 years, 2024 and 2025, and we don't have the official numbers. But you see 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, and all those are very highly paid professionals, very skilled professionals moving out of country for the better payment, better life. So these are some stats gathered by the survey agencies. However, in terms of the actual inquiries, over the last 5 years, there has been 420% increase in inquiries of relocating to Dubai. A lot of people actually considering that. It's not like just people moving, but a lot of actually considering going to Dubai. And it's not just the immigrants in the UK, it's basically the Brits as well who want to move and have a better life. So that's the actual reality here. Similarly, for job stats, a lot of people are actually searching that on Google, jobs in Dubai, and that search trend has increased 50% year on year for last few years. So there's a significant search volume increasing every passing year, and a lot of people are actually interested to move out of UK, probably to Dubai or other places. But Dubai is one of the places where there's a high search volume from both relocation inquiries and then of course job search as well. Also at the same time, there are around 5,000 British companies currently working in Dubai, and that has grown over the years. So the key question comes in: why move to Dubai? Why not UK? Why not stay here? Why move to Dubai? And why just leave everything behind? It's easy for immigrants who settle in UK to come back to Dubai, and because maybe India is near, Pakistan is near, China is near, that can be different thing. But for the local Brits, it's really important to understand what's going on, why people are moving to Dubai, and what's happening really. So in this video, I'll be telling you each and everything I know. I have been in UK for 6 years now. I know ins and outs. I have a lot of friends in Dubai. I have a lot of friends here, local immigrants coming from other countries, and I just want to give you more flavor of what's going on here. So the biggest reason is the money and the eventual life upgrade that comes with going to Middle East, especially Dubai. Dubai is indeed a very vibrant and great city, and then of course if you have high money, you are able to enjoy your life fully. So what I mean by that is in UK you can earn massive amounts, right? If you are a well experienced and well paid professional, you may get 100,000, 150,000. But what happens is literally as you go up in your income after a certain level, your tax keeps increasing significantly. For example, if I give you 100k example, your tax reduction is 45% only, and then you are losing your personal allowance, and then top on that there's NI and then pension contribution deduction. So eventually if your salary increases by 30,000, you may not get 15,000 back in your pocket, you may get much less than that as well. So basically the word I use is the wealth cannot be generated in UK if you are working in your job, right? If you have a business, that's a different story. But if you're working in a job, wealth cannot be generated despite you earning 100k, 150k, 200k, 300k. The wealth cannot generate because eventually 50 to 60% of the income, additional income, goes away in taxes of some shape and format. And that's definitely not a great motivation. And now you compare that to Dubai, right? If you think of some skilled professional who know their job in and out, are senior in their field, they can easily get around 40, 50, 60,000 AEDs at minimum in Dubai easily per month. And that's definitely a very, very good amount in Dubai considering the tax-free status. So if you're earning like 50,000 AED, for example, at minimum, because if you're very, very skilled and you go to Dubai, if you're earning 50,000, then you can have a very, very great life over there. You can have your own car, your house very easily. You have a high quality of living. You can afford everything that you want to. And then you can still have a lot of money saved with you. And that's one of the prime reasons people move away from UK or any of the Western countries actually, whereby there's a high taxation and you cannot just save any money. So you go to Dubai and you can save a lot of money whilst living an extraordinary life, doing all the things you want to. And if you think of doing all that in UK, it's so expensive. Number one, you get all the taxes. Number one, it's all gone. After that, from your savings, everything is very, very expensive here. So eventually you are not able to save much money here, especially if you have a family. So that's the biggest driver, income combined with the high standard of living in Dubai. Second biggest reason is also linked to money, right? Basically, Westerners, especially coming from UK, you get much higher paying opportunities compared to somebody who can apply for the same post but from a different country. A passport does hold some sort of value, and it's not just a passport; it's a passport plus experience of working in a country like UK that holds a value. You can definitely get a bit more money than other people in the same grade, same positions, and that's where people value the experience. They want to cash their experience in UAE, Dubai, and it's very easy to do that. So you go there, you get high paying job, and that links to the high paying job, quality of life, and all those stuff, whereby you're earning handsome amount, you're saving a lot of money, and you're enjoying your life as well. Third important thing is about life. There are a few things to talk here. Number one, for example, is schooling. If you're married, you have kids, then schooling can be a deciding factor between Dubai or UK for most of the people, the families, because education is pretty expensive in Dubai. But in UK, there are, of course, government schools whereby you can enroll your children free of cost for any education-related expenses there. But of course, in UK, there are private schools as well, which are quite expensive. So comparing that, for example, if you are in UAE, some of the employers, especially talking about the big groups, actually sponsor their employed children for the schooling. They have some sort of schooling link to that corporate, so people can sponsor that. Despite that, if you are earning like 60,000 AED per month, doesn't matter, right? Because you'll be spending like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 AEDs on one kid, right? So 6, 12, but you'll still be saving a lot of money. So schooling can be a deciding factor here, but again, depends on how much you earn. Similarly, weather can be very, very deciding factor. Some people like it warm. Dubai is generally warm. It's very, very warm in summers, but that's few months. But again, at the same time, there's ACs everywhere, even the bus stops and the trains, offices, in your car. It's very easy to afford the car. Like, people buy a lot of cars here, and very, very good models actually, and very, very cheap. The petrol is cheap. So basically, the quality of life is much increased. You got your own car, you got your own house generally, and basically the weather can be quite pleasant for people who like it warm. And then you got your healthcare also private. So basically, for the job, you have health insurance mostly by the employers. If not, you can buy yourself. But the quality of the healthcare is great, right, in the private insurance. So you could get that. So overall, the quality of life is very great. And if you're employed by somebody who is a big organization, right, they have their insurance policies, they have kid support, and they have a lot of more policies which are well added to the families, and that can mean a lot of money and a lot of support on the family side as well, which is really wonderful. It's quite in contrast to UK, whereby you have to literally do everything. I mean, and it's just free of course. There's a lot of waiting lines. A lot of people actually go for private insurance in UK now. A lot of employers actually offer that just because NHS doesn't have that capacity to entertain people right on the spot, or maybe in a short timelines. There are a lot of waiting lines. Similarly, schooling can be good or bad depending on the government school you are in. There are ratings for the different schools, and weather can be quite bad for somebody who doesn't like it cold, right? So that can be one factor. Overall, there are some factors here and some there, but people prefer those factors because there's a lot of money over there, and it's quite easy to navigate those in the way. Fourth point is generally about security, and we'll talk about job security as well shortly. So about security, definitely Dubai is one of the secure places out there. It doesn't mean there won't be any crimes. There will be crimes anywhere, despite them being very harsh on punishments, but they are very limited. And for most of the places whereby there are expats living in there, the areas are quite modern, quite safe. So it's generally not a safety issue in Dubai. But there may be some areas whereby it may not be as good as some of the sophisticated areas. Comparing to UK, a lot of people actually moving away from UK recently due to security issues. There has been a lot of crime going on in the UK, and a lot of people actually not comfortable with that. Knife stabbings are happening quite often, and then mobile snatching, and then of course people antisocial things. There are a lot of things going on the UK people might not be comfortable with, and then going to Dubai they find much better secure lifestyle over there, and easy to move around at any time. Now talking about job security, it's quite important because it favors much more in the UK than compared to UAE, whereby there's little to none of job security. I heard this story from a friend that one of the relatives who was there in Dubai for 30 years was laid off from the job in one day because they had to move somebody. So it's definitely not secure in Dubai. But again, if you're very high skilled, they need your skills, then definitely they're gonna keep you, and then you can switch jobs if you want to. But job security is definitely an issue in Dubai because of loose labor laws in that case. But generally in UK there are strong labor laws, and then tribunals if you are unfairly dismissed and all these things. So that can be a factor. People may want to stick in UK. Generally with high income, people may ignore that thing as well. Fifth important thing that's really important for somebody like Indian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, or maybe somebody living more near to Dubai is it's more near to their home country, especially if the family is back at home. It's easy for me, for example, to move back home from Dubai than compared to UK, because for Dubai it's like 2 to 3 hours at max, and UK it gets me like 18 hours to reach the home. So yes, family can be a factor, but again, it's not one of the factors people decide early in the career. Maybe sometime late in the career want to move near to the families. But this is one of the factors especially for the Asian professionals. So I think to conclude this video, I just want to highlight that there are thousands and thousands of people coming to UK every month, right? So it's not like people are not coming to UK. UK is definitely a great country. People are coming in, people want to settle as well. But at the same time, some of the high paying professionals who see their worth much more in UAE, in Dubai, which is also a dynamic city at the same time like London, and then they see their worth more over there, higher quality of life, a better money, better savings, better life for family, safe life for family. And people make a conscious choice of moving there despite knowing their work-life balance might not be that great over there. So that's literally the amount of money and quality of life playing against all the factors that may be negative in favor of Dubai. But people go to Dubai, especially high-paid professionals, whereby they see their worth much more and a lot more money can be made over there. So if you're somebody like me who has been into UK and then of course settled here, it's always a thought in the mind: should I stick here? Should I move out? What's the benefit of staying here? What's the benefit of moving out? And all those things happen in the mind. I personally like UK despite having less income because I like the work, I like the lifestyle here, I enjoy the weather. But for someone else, this may not be the criteria. The money can be the biggest criteria and they may need more money, right? So yes, this is the ultimate personal choice, but hopefully this video helps to give you more perspective. Thank you so much for watching.